Welcome.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Denise.
Denise, okay. I've got two screens of logins going, so let me make sure I put you on the right one. If you can't see, you're welcome to move a little further forward. There's one more rectangle right here. Okay, everybody's here. Yay. 9 of us. We'll see if a few more of our friends join us online. We usually have more than one on the screen, so we'll see if that changes while we go. So hello everybody, I'm Jennifer. If you're new to me or newer to me, welcome here. This is Gentle Yoga. We'll be doing some good stretching for our body and mobility for our hips and shoulders and wrists and ankles and knees. And from there, we'll also be doing some strengthening, of course, right? Strengthening our core, which is key to keeping us upright and helping us realign when we start listing one way or the other. Also, we'll be doing some specific work for the hip area, strength and stretch for the hip area. If you have any concerns in your body that you haven't shared with me at any time, of course, regardless whether you have body concerns or not, please take the class with a grain of salt. And what I mean by that is do what your body wants you to do and don't do what doesn't feel comfortable. So this class is for you. I'm up here making suggestions about what we can do with our body, but what you do out there on your rectangle is totally up to you. You know yourself better than I, so. We've had some requests this morning for please hips and please upper shoulders and neck, so we'll get into those areas and a little bit of core. So, alrighty. Okay, let's start by having a comfortable seat. If you need a little lift under your hips, go ahead and sit up on a blanket or a cushion or a block even. Let your knees fall as best they will. They don't always want to do that. You might find it more comfortable to take one foot out and support yourself on your knee. Might keep your spine up a little straighter. Take a big deep breath in through your nose. Sigh through an open mouth. Do that 2 more times on your own rhythm. Pull the breath in. Let it go out. Let your body settle, allowing your hips to become heavier, your spine to grow taller. Take a moment to ask yourself, why am I here today? Of all days, what's special for me today? And why did I choose to bring myself here? Ask yourself, what am I looking for? As we continue through our practice this morning, check in with yourself. Notice if you're continuing on that path. Or if you find that you're actually looking for something else that you didn't acknowledge. They're both more big, long, slow inhale. This time as you exhale, lower your chin downward toward your chest, but keep your spine lifted and shoulders broad. If you had something small that you were holding in your lap and you want to turn your head no to whatever is sitting in your lap, notice as you lengthen and stretch through the sides of your neck. And now as you inhale, lift your face upward toward the ceiling. Careful not to throw your head out the back. Instead, look up through your lashes and gently think about tucking the back of your skull underneath the middle of your skull. And see if that helps you keep from dropping your head way out the back. Bring your chin back down again. This time, roll your left ear over toward your left shoulder. Turn your nose now pointed down at that left shoulder, chin and nose, as if you want to look at something that's actually sitting there like a beautiful butterfly came and landed on your shoulder. And return ear to shoulder, nose forward. One more time, chin and nose toward shoulder. Forward again. And roll your chin down toward your chest. Second side, roll it over to your right. Ear over shoulder, but not leaning. Sitting up straight. Now rotate your neck so your nose and chin point at your shoulder and you could look at and visualize a butterfly. Reverse it, ear to shoulder again. And one more time, chin and nose toward shoulder. Ear to shoulder, and roll forward, chin to chest. Lift up your face one more time toward the ceiling. This time, pull your elbows and shoulders behind you, arching your back. And exhale, fold forward over your legs. So regardless of whether your ankles are crossed or your feet are open wide, think about lengthening your spine. And remind yourself that your arms are not your spine. What I mean by that is you don't have to reach out with your arms in order to fold forward from your hips. Inhale, lift it back up. Lean back onto your hands, extend your legs straight out the front, and shake your legs side to side. Let your feet just flop vigorously back and forth. And notice how that invites your hip joints to move a little bit. All right, stop the shaking and circle instead your ankles around. Reverse direction. Good. Now point and flex them. You can alternate or do them together. It doesn't matter. But really strongly push the balls of your feet toward the floor. And do the opposite. Strongly pull your toenails toward your head. All right. Squeeze and open your toes. Really squeeze, really spread. Yeah. and a foot on the floor, and you want to tuck in the other foot. Maybe you want both knees bent so you can sit up tall in your spine. This time we'll take a little twisting. So turn your shoulders to the left. Take your opposite right hand across to that outside of your knee. And the arm that's behind your left one, just let it drop beside your hip for the softest place. Pull in on your lower abdominals especially. Lift straight up through your spine and breathe naturally. Imagine that your friend is sitting over here and you're having a really nice conversation. So if you're uncomfortable in this position, you're not going to be able to stay in this conversation very long. Drop your tail, unwind a little if you need to make it more comfortable. Inhale to the center and go right around to the other side as you exhale. Drop your right hand near your hip. Pull in on the abdominals to sit up taller. Ask the muscles around your middle to do the twisting for you, not your arms. Inhale, come back to the center. Let's take the fingers out beside, and now we'll lift out and up. Exhale, open and release. Again, out and up. Open and release. Drop your chin down. This time we'll take the arms out and up, face up as well. Open and release, hands down, chin down. Just your right arm lifts all the way up. Lean left this time. Placing your hand to the floor, bend your elbow, drop your shoulder. Good. Pulling across with your upper arm, make a fist out of that upper hand and knock very slowly on the door with your hand. Good. Feel that stretching in your arm. Yeah. Now draw a circle with your wrist. Inhale, rise up. We'll go all the way to the other side, all the way over. Right hand on the floor. Drop your elbow toward your waist. That's it. And press into the ground with your hand for support. And think about pushing your body away from your hand toward the left. So your rib cage is going away from your hand. Pull in the abdominals. Lift up the abdominals. Make a fist with your left hand and slow knock. Bend forward and backward. Good. Draw a circle now. Reverse circle. Inhale, rise up. Let's take both arms up. Make big wide fingers in your hands. Yeah, drop your shoulders. And that might mean widening your arms, yeah? Okay, let's take a fist and squeeze it really tight. Then open it wide. Again, squeeze it tight. Open it wide. One last time. Squeeze. Open. Relax down. Tip forward. Forward fold. Whatever your legs are doing, fold over them. Doesn't matter if they're crossed or not. Let your arms relax but support you. Inhale as you lift from your head, walk yourself back in, extend your legs out the front again. This time we'll lean back on the hands. And we're gonna activate our core here. So when you're leaning back on your hands, let's try fingertips pointing to the side. And I want to remind you that when our palms are on the floor, we tend to put too much pressure on the heels of our hands and they get sore. So I really want you to press into your fingertips and the knuckles in the middle and at the base of each finger. All right, from here, lift up your straight left leg, then put it back down. Do the other one, lift it straight up and put it down. As we do this, we're engaging the muscles on the front of the abdominals, the front of the torso. Leg is straight. Good. One more set, let's go through side to the side. Good. Holding on to the feet or the ankles with your hands. Cobbler's pose. This is a great way to give yourself a little foot massage. Stretching out that fascial tissue on the bottom of our body. And let's make this into an active butterfly exercise for the inner and outer hips. So as you inhale, squeeze your arms by pulling your knees up and squashing your arms together. Then as you exhale, open your knees wide and push your knees actively down into the floor. Pull them back up, squeeze. Open them out wide, press. Pull them up, squeeze. Take them out and push down. Last one, squeeze up and open down. Terrific. Now with your knees open, can you lean forward any further without pulling yourself forward with your arms? It's okay if you can't go any further, but I want you to keep this active as best you can in the lower body by pressing the outsides of your knees down toward the floor. Push your feet into each other. You feel how the hips activate there when we do that with our legs? And we'll come back up. Extend your legs straight out again. Dandasana. Staff pose, sitting tall with our legs extended. Strong quadriceps, heels on the floor, toes toward the ceiling, but a little space between our feet. Yeah, good. Okay, we're going to take another twist. Start by bending your left knee. Place that foot to the floor. We're going to twist to the left. So if you have it available, you could cross your foot over your straight leg, but that foot needs to continue to press completely into the floor. Either one works for the twist. It's just an option. We're going to turn to the left. So use your opposite right hand or arm to hold on to that knee. Lift up from the base of your spine. Turn your ribs and shoulders and neck toward your left. And finally, take your eyeballs as far behind you as you can make them go without straining. We're still activating the right leg, yeah? So we're pushing the heel down. We've got a strong quadriceps. And the toes are pointing at the ceiling. Come back through the center as you inhale. Open your knee out to the side and bring your foot up against your inner thigh of the straight leg. We're going to fold forward, but we need to activate our straight leg first. So the heel's on the floor, the quads are strong, and we tip a little to the front. Doesn't matter how far down you go. You're not better at yoga if you can fold further. Think about dragging your straight leg behind you. Can you take that traction? Let's sit up and we'll change legs. Left leg is straight but strong. Right knee is bent and beside your straight leg or across your straight leg. We'll start first with a twist. Okay. So going to the right this time. Lift up in your spine. Your opposite left arm is holding you as you turn ribs, shoulders, neck, and eyeballs behind you. Continue breathing. Press down into the floor with both feet. Return to center as you inhale and open your knee as you place your foot against your inner thigh. Holding straight towards your kneecap. Strong left leg. Activate the quadriceps. Reaching your sternum towards the center of your knee, you'll pull the belly toward the spine, and you'll drag with traction your straight leg behind you. Breathing. Inhale, release as you lift up. Lean back again to straighten out both legs and shake your legs again. Feet flop side, back and forth, side to side. Yeah. Okay, the next we'll take a boat pose for our core. You can choose a variety of options. First thing you'll need to do is remove whatever you're sitting on. If you're on a blanket or a big cushion. And we'll bend the knees, feet to the floor to start. Lengthen your spine and lean back until you feel your abdominals engage. Start by flexing your ankles so only your heels are on the floor. Maybe this is where you stay. Notice if you're holding with your hip flexors and try instead to hold more with your core. If you want to go a little further, let your feet hover away from the floor. They could also lift as high as your knees. You could hold on, or you could let go. Either will work, as long as you're holding your abdominals strong and breathing. You could straighten your legs, but that's not required for boat pose, right? What's required is strong core, efforting. And release. Come back down, feet on the floor. This time we're going to lean back again with our hands like we did before, and we'll keep the feet together and the knees together and drop to each side. Good. Now just like before, if it bothers your back, don't come so far over, or let your hand that's behind you release a little. Okay. Try to squeeze your knees together. If you want more, lift your feet. Hovering. Breathing as you go. Keep your knees touching. Don't let them separate. That's part of the fun. All right, all done. Relax. Legs go straight. This time, let's come to forearms. Relax your legs by rocking your feet again. Then we're going to try a little mini lift up. So what we'll do here is on your forearms with your legs straight, you can press your forearms to the floor and lift your sternum up toward your chin. So keep your chin close to your sternum. You could go a little further by trying to squeeze your tush and lift your seat off the floor. And then relax. Hoist yourself back up to seated. Come around onto hands and knees. And we'll move on into tabletop. Please fold your mat or put a blanket or whatever you need under your knees and wrists. Also, please know that if your body just really doesn't tolerate hands and knees, go ahead and stand up. Everything we're doing, you can also do standing. Hands are under your shoulders, fingers are spread. Press into the tip of each finger and the underside of every knuckle. Yeah, so the heels of your hands will be on the mat, but we want to try not to put all of our weight into the heel of the hand. And if you need to, go ahead and be on your fists. Let's take a mindful cat and cow. Space between the knees as well. Yeah, good. All right, so as you exhale, cat stretch. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, cow belly stretch. Lift your head and tail. Exhale, neutral. Other way, round. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, cow. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, changing sides. Opposite leg back on the floor. Opposite hand forward on the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap down. Lift. Touch. Lift. Touch. Lift. Touch. Last one, lift. Touch. Now we lift and hold. Lift. Hold. 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 Release down. All right, child's pose. Widen your knees. Bring your feet to touch toes together. Sit back on your heels. Reach your arms forward and downward. If it's not comfortable to sit like this on your feet, or if you can't touch your head to the floor, you could always make fists out of your hands and stack them on top of each other and let your head rest on your hands. If it's not comfortable to sit on your feet, you can rest on your belly. Inhale, rise up into tabletop again. Extend out your right leg to the side. Plant your foot on the floor. Point your toes forward, but keep your hips directly over your left knee. Jane, can you shift? Yeah, good. Plant your foot down if you can. Excellent. Now your right arm is going to reach out and twist up toward the ceiling. So the sole of your right foot is on the floor. If you have your socks on, you're probably going to slide, so I don't recommend socks. Good. All right, we're going to make this moving today. As you exhale, thread the needle, reach your hand under and through. Come back up, inhale, reach toward the sky. Exhale, under and through. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, under. Inhale, reach up. Last time, under. Inhale, reach up. Hands come down to the mat. Leave your legs where they are, but take your opposite arm out and counter twist to your left. Come back down on your hands. Now we change legs. So the knees come tabletop. Then extend your opposite left leg to the left side. Plant your foot flat on the floor. Take care that your hips stay over your right knee. Extend your left arm out and lift it up toward the ceiling, twisting. Good. So feel free to stay here if you don't like that moving and twisting action for your spine. As you exhale, come under, thread the needle, twist through. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, twist under and through. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist under. Inhale, rise. Exhale, twist under. Inhale, rise. One last time. Let's keep going through. Under. Rise up. Now put your hand down under your shoulder so that both hands land in tabletop. Opposite arm reaches out, twist up, counter twist to your right. Good. Untwist. Another child's pose. Knees come to the ground, then widen apart. Sit on your feet, then lower your head as far as it can comfortably go. If you can only touch one of those two pieces, feet or head, but not both, I highly recommend trying to sit on your feet and stuffing something under your head. If that's too compressive on your knees, don't do that. Go back where you were before. Deep breath here. Big sigh here. Let's move into downward dog. bending them. And everyone, please relax your neck. Let your head fall so that you're looking out toward the back. Good. And you might find that your body feels better with wider feet. That's it. Press your hands forward. Whatever you need. All right, let's release down to the knees again. And we'll take a lunge with the right foot forward. Your left knee can stay down on the mat. If you don't want to be on your knees, please go ahead and stand up, okay? I know that not all of us appreciate the knee stuff, especially if you have a skinny mat, okay? So, from the knees, also if you have blocks, you can use your blocks for support. What we're going to do here is slide forward into a hip flexor stretch with the left leg, and then pull back into a hamstring stretch and calf stretch of the right leg. Jane, foot way forward, please, honey. I don't want your foot behind your knee. I want your foot under your knee. So move your foot forward. Yeah, now slide forward with your hips. Good. How does that feel? Okay. All right. When you come into this forward lunge, take care your foot's under your knee. And your blocks, please not out to the side, but under your shoulders. Right underneath, yeah. Then pull it back. Hips pull back, flex your front foot, lift your toes, and stretch the back of your leg. All right. Good. Anybody want some blocks today? All right, can you slide it back and forth? Inhaling forward, exhale, pulling backward. Close under your shoulders. There's more. Anybody else really want to block? All right, we're going to come into a twist next. So come into a forward lunge, knee over right ankle. The hand of your left one, your left hand, is going to be on the floor or on your block. But if it's on your block or floor, regardless, it's directly across from your front knee, foot, sorry. Place your right hand on the outside of your knee and turn your shoulders toward the right. Good. Yeah, that's it. Press both feet into the floor. If you feel stable and confident, raise your right arm toward the side wall and then maybe a little bit higher toward the place where the wall meets the ceiling, but you're still twisting. Go ahead. Come back down, hands to the floor or your blocks to transition, and then take a resting pose in downward dog or child's pose or lying your belly. Resting pose. That means different things to different people, resting pose. If your body is feeling like, wow, my knees don't do this, I'm not used to this, please be kind to yourself. And remember, you don't have to do this lunging on the knees. You can stand up and do the exact same thing from standing. All right, let's try a lunge on the other side. Other foot forward, so it would be your left foot. And again, if you're on your knees and that's not comfortable, stand up instead and you do the stretching forward and backward, okay? Yeah, forward and backward. All right, so if you're on your knees, bring your blocks right under your shoulders if you're using them and move them with you. When you bend forward, move your blocks forward. When you come backward, move your blocks backward. Does the foot stay in the same place? Yeah, you want to try to keep it together. Yep. But does the foot stay in the same place is the question. Yeah. Good. Instead of sitting back, you want to stay forward. Yeah. Stay with the hips over your knee. Yeah, so you're hinging here and you're meeting this way. Yeah, good. All right. Now, do you feel it here? We got stretch in the front, and then you can straighten and tip forward, and that's going to stretch this back leg. Yeah, good. All right. When you're ready to come into that lunging twist, we're going to bend into the front knee. Okay. And please bring your blocks directly under your shoulders as you bend into your front knee. Okay. Then we want to lean forward so that our hands are directly across from our front foot. Keep your right hand on your block, left hand on your outside knee, twist to the left. If you are standing, same idea but not as deep. Okay, we bend into this left knee. Take both hands onto your knee and lean forward. Then turn your heart to the left as you bring your left hand to your hip. Good. If you're wanting to raise your arm higher, extend it first to the side, then see if you can turn your ribs any more to lift your arm up any higher. Good. Nice work, everybody. Return your hands to the front and center. Take yourself again into a resting pose, but we're going to move next into standing forward fold. So, don't rest for too long because we got to move again. And when you're ready, bring yourself slowly up, soften your knees, and bring yourself down into a forward fold. Maybe your spine requires knees bent, elbows on knees. Maybe your spine allows your hands to drop further and your hips to lift a little, but your knees are still bent. That's okay. The common denominator here is long spine. All right, let's take halfway lift. Flatten out your back. Bring your heart forward. That's it. Beautiful changes I saw there. Good. We don't want to round the upper back, right? We always want to extend heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift again. Let's rise it up. Exhale, forward fold. This time we'll stand all the way up. Reach your arms up and over your head. Bring your hands down to your heart. Okay. Shake out your arms. Yeah. Let's roll our ankles. If you need a piece of wall for support, please go ahead and move near the wall. Place the top of one foot on the floor. Circle the ankle around. Yeah. Good. Good, good. Bend those toes. Tuck them underneath. Press them forward. Really stretch them out. Yeah, try the other foot. Get stable. If you need to turn around in order to use the wall better, do it. Circle. Both ways. And bend. Forward and backward. Tuck them under. Press them forward. Try to spread them out. Yeah. Okay, let's move up to the hips. Let's bring our feet a little wider than our hips. And start by pushing the hips side to side. You can bend the knees or you can keep them straight, whichever feels safest to your needs. I like to bend to get a little deeper, but it doesn't always feel good if you have crummy knees. Grumpy knees. All right, now come to the center and let's take the hips to the back. Tip forward a little. Then stand up and push the hips to the front. You feel that stretch in the hip flexor? Good. Pull the hips back. Push the hips forward. Good. Push back. And push them forward. Now we're going to take them in a circle. So from the front, go out to one side. Then go out the back. Go over to the other side and find the front again. Good. Around and around. Reverse it. Excellent. Back to the center. All right. Take your arms out to the side. Reach all the way up over your head. And then release back down. Good. So if your shoulders don't reach all the way, stop when you hit the curb. Don't try to drive over the curb. And come back down. Open to the side this time. Then we'll take your left arm across the front. Tuck your opposite arm underneath and then pull it in close. Yeah, good. While you're doing this, try to make sure your shoulders stay level and that you don't hike one up. And also, you can move your head. Upper back. Neck and shoulders. Inhale, release it, open super wide. Other side, bring your right arm across. Tuck your other arm underneath and pull that straight right arm close into your body. So keeping this arm straight is key to this stretch. If it bends, you're going to lose the stretch altogether. So keep it straight out and bring it a little close. You can move your head. Breathing, releasing, enjoy it. All right, let's go. Open up, inhale. Now take your arms over your head. Bend your left elbow and pat yourself on the back. If your arms do that, then you'll take a hold of the elbow and come across. If your arms don't do that, try coming up over the front, hand to your shoulder. And then the other hand presses toward the up direction. It might not ever go up, and that's okay. It's just a gentle incentive, encouraging it to go that way. All right, let's come back up. Inhale, release. Then we take the other one. Right hand to your back or the neck. Opposite elbow encourages it across. If you need to come up the front, come forward with your hand, and your other hand pushes up from the bottom. Yeah. What we're doing here is we're stretching this triceps. Also opening up through the underarm area where we have a large lymph node. Super important. Lymph node cluster. Yeah. Inhale, release, reach up. Circle your arms behind if you can as you drop them down. Then let's relax the shoulders. Squeeze them forward, up and back as you roll them around. And reverse it. Good, shake that out. Squeeze and open your fists, raise them all the way up toward the sky. Deep breath in, reach tall, and let go. Let's take a forward fold with wider legs like this. As far down as is comfortable, please bend your knees as you need. Support yourself with your hands touching something, your body or your blocks or your elbows. Relax your head, let it fall as you look behind you. Maybe just your eyeballs looking through. Yeah. Bend your knees very deeply as you drop your bottom. Lift your head so you can look forward. Then stand up straight from here. Press the ground, lift your head, reach out and up again. Hands come down to your heart. Step your right foot forward for warrior one. Left foot stepping backward. Hips face the front as best you can. And we're not super wide apart with our feet side to side. We're parallel train tracks, but the toes of that back foot are pointing kind of forward, yeah? Toward maybe 11 9 o'clock, okay? Arms come up, inhale. Bend your front knee deeply. Adverb, okay. Good. Take your elbows wide, bend them. Now I'm gonna invite you into eagle arms. So we'll take the right elbow under the left elbow. Try to hook the elbows if you can. Doesn't work for all of us. And you can either place your palms to your shoulders, opposite shoulders, or you can bring the backs of your hands together, or all the way around, palms touching. Any of those will work. What we want to find, though, is a stretch up and through here. Okay? So even if you have your forearms crossed, think about pushing them forward so that you stretch across your upper back. All right. If you're able to tip forward, hinge at the hip, lower your elbows and shoulders and head, hinge toward the front. Now pull in on your belly organs so they don't fall out on the floor. Hold them up, pull them toward your spine. Release, come back up, let go of your arms, reach up, 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 look up. Step together as you bring your hands to your heart. Good, other side. Your left foot is on the opposite side of middle. Your right foot steps back. Hips are forward, belly is zippered up, ribs are buckled in, reaching up as best you can. If up doesn't work, try out, or one of each. Try bent, see if that feels good. Press down your back foot, bend your front knee, stretching through this groin and psoas muscle of your right leg. Yeah. Let's take eagle arms again, open out to the side. Bring them forward. This time your left elbow is going to go under, so the opposite one. And again, hands can be at shoulders or backs of the arms or palms together. Wherever you are with your arms, push them away from your torso. Stretch your upper back. Now we're going to hinge forward at the hip crease. Lean out the front. Good. Keep bending into your left knee, and a lot of your body weight is going to go right into that left leg. Super strong. Keep pressing your right heel, lifting your abdominals toward your spine. Nice work, everyone. Let's reverse it. Lift up, unwind your arms, sweep them out and up. Look over your head if you can. Step together as you bring your hands together. Good. Shake it out. Now we're going to find warrior two. Right foot is going to stand directly in the center of your mat. Your left foot steps back as you rotate left. But bend your knee directly over the center of your foot so it's pointing out the center of your mat. Open shoulders wide, arms wide, reaching front to back, but gazing forward over right fingers. Yeah, nice and strong. Good. Let's take a reverse warrior now. Lean to the back of your mat as you lift your front arm. Don't change the lower body. Keep bent into your right knee and keep straight with your left leg. Yes, warrior two again. Now let's take side angle. Reach and lean towards me, come forward. Then place your hand or your elbow to your knee. Other arm is gonna go up or across, bicep by your ear. Strong legs. Really tighten up the quadriceps on your back leg. Good. Once again, warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Now we'll lean to the back again, reversing a triangle. So lean to the back of your mat, lift your front arm. Breathe here. Feel the opening in your ribs. Tighten both legs and think about pulling muscle into the bone of both legs. And slide right into triangle. Reach forward, lean forward. Slide your hand downward toward your shin, turning your gaze upward toward your left hand. Good. Strong, straight legs. Really pull in muscle to bone. Beautiful. Bend your knee again, warrior two. Yeah, nice work, ladies. Here we go, challenging. We're gonna bring this back foot all the way to the front. So pull it up. Good, nice job. Let's try the other side. Left foot right in front and center. Step all the way back with your right foot. Get nice and wide. Point your toes directly out the front of your mat. Good. Then bend your knee directly over the center of your foot. Yeah. Shoulders are broad. Turn them to face the side, but look forward over your left hand. Strong back leg. Beautiful. Reversing your warrior. Lean to the back. Take care in warrior two that your toes, your back foot, is pointing straight out the side. Let's see what's going on there. This is fine. Good. Let's try side angle now. So come through warrior two. Then come forward, reach towards me, lean towards me. Place your hand or even further to elbow on your knee. Then your back arm can go straight up or even further across, bicep by your ear. Strong legs, really tighten up quads on that back leg. And reverse into warrior two. Now straighten your leg in front. Both legs are straight. Lean to the back again. Lean away from you towards the back of your mat. Reach straight up with your left arm and maybe gaze at your elbow or your left thumb. Now dive right into triangle. Come through the center. Reach forward, lean forward. Slide your hand down toward your shin. Heart stays open as your right arm reaches straight up. So if you could look up at your right arm, can you see it or is it behind you? If it's behind you, bring it more forward. All right, nice job. Rise back up, warrior two. Now look where you're going. We're gonna challenge and step forward. Pull that back foot up to the front. Yeah, nice work. One balance move today. Standing on your right leg. You can use your block if you have it. We're gonna pick up the left knee. So it's either gonna lift and hover, or it's going to lift and land on top of a block. And your block can be at any height, but take care that that block is directly in front of your hip, not out to the side. Okay? Yeah. Yes. Drop your tail. Push your pubic bone forward. Zipper up. Buckle in. Maybe open your arms. Excellent. Now step behind just a little bit. Place that whole foot on the ground. Your feet are side by side, but both toes pushing forward. I said side by side, parallel, but not side by side. And then push your pubic bone forward a little. You can relax your arms. I want you to find a hip flexor stretch here. One foot is slightly in front of the other one. Okay, the one that was lifted, we're trying to stretch that. Okay, let's do the other. Now we stand on the left leg. Again, your foot that's lifting, if you're putting it on a block, make sure the block is directly in line with where your foot used to be. Okay, not out to the side. Drop your tail. Zipper your belly. Yeah, rest your foot if you need. Go ahead. Buckle the ribs, maybe open your arms. Breathe. Relax your face. And let it go. Step down and a little bit behind your front foot. Push your pubic bone forward. Look for the stretch on the front of the right side of your pelvis. All right, we did it. We ran out of time. Shake it out. Feet and hands and hips. I'm going to do a little willows. Take whatever standing up movement your body feels like it needs before we come down onto our back. Empty coat sleeves. Flopping it around. Always feels good to me. And when you feel complete, bring yourself down onto your back with your knees bent. Any final stretches? Upside down like this on your mat. Allow the rhythm of your breath to slow down. Take a few big exhales. Take a few longer inhales. When you feel complete, allow yourself to come to rest in Shavasana. Shavasana can take many forms. Traditional, flat on your back, legs naturally rolling away from each other, arms near your body and naturally rolling into a comfortable released position. If that doesn't feel safe for your spine or your neck, you could add a small, shallow lift under your head. You could add a lift under your knees or your calf muscles. Wherever you end up, slow the rhythm of your breath. Allow your body to feel heavy. Release. Let go. Begin to deepen your breath. Invite small movements to return to hands and feet. Extend your arms behind your head and your legs out in front for a full-length stretch. Exhale, relax and soften. Bend your knees and pull them in close to your body, giving yourself one last squeeze. Roll onto your right side, all the way over, supporting your head with your arms. And press down with your arm, bringing yourself sideways up into a comfortable seat. And once you arrive, close your eyes. Once again, inviting your body to settle, relaxing your face. Deep breath in, moment to remind yourself why you came here today. Remind yourself what you were looking for. Ask yourself if you found it. And now I invite you to take a moment to ask yourself if you could look for that elsewhere, and could you find it? Yoga and our yoga practice takes place not only here on these rectangles, but everywhere throughout our lives. Bring your palms together in front of your heart and bow your chin, speaking gratitude to yourself and encouragement. Inhale deeply as you lift your hands and face upward. Exhale as you open your arms wide and return them again in front of your heart and bow your chin. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. It's wonderful to see all of you. Make it a beautiful day ahead.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Thank you, Suanne. It was great to have you.
Thank you.
Let me know, anyone, if you have any questions. Happy to help and answer. I'm here only on Mondays at 11 with this gentle class, but you can find lots of my stuff on demand on the Hive if you're interested to find pre-recorded classes so you can play along at home anytime.